how's it going? So on Tuesday of this week, this coming week, pool is going to finally start being built. It's been about 3 months worth of permitting and waiting. A lot of that has to do with the pandemic that's occurred, obviously, and just that it takes a long time to get permits to build a pool. But we're very excited. So on Tuesday, I'm not 100% sure if the dig will happen or they'll come here and they'll lay out, I guess, the stakes and the markings and everything that they need to do for that. But here is the backyard. So it's going to be right around in here with a bunch of tiling and things of that nature. We obviously have to clean up the deck here, just get it a little bit neater so they can get their machines through that gate and we don't have to worry about the stuff getting destroyed. But as you can see, we recently got a kayak, an inflatable one, just off Amazon, so we could go into the canals here and eventually into the intercoastal. It's been a lot of fun. It's only like $100. We wanted to see how much we would use it before maybe purchasing one that's more substantial. Well, the camera died. Well, the battery died, not the camera. So back out here just the next day. And one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because tomorrow, for the first time, people from the pool company are going to start the project right in here. So what I was going to do today is cut this grass. It's St. Augustine grass, and it grows very, very healthy and thick. It's very coarse though, but I just want to give it a cut because all of this is probably going to be destroyed in this vicinity tomorrow. The majority of the yard won't be, but I just want it to look nice one last time before it becomes a big mud hole for the next 2 months. We did have a great company taking care of the lawn for us, but given the fact that most of this is just going to be torn up, we went ahead and purchased a electric mower. And the reason behind that is mainly because you can just charge the batteries inside. I don't have to buy a gas can. I don't have to do all that stuff for storage and maintenance on it, just because we're so strapped for storage right now. We just have that little shed on the side of the house. But this thing was about $300 from Home Depot, and I haven't opened it. As you can see, we're going to do that this afternoon and then take it for its first test drive around the back of the house and then out to the front. But it's a beautiful evening. It's about 6 p.m. here in South Florida, right around 85 degrees. So let's get to it. I need to find the box cutters. Okay, so just to show you kind of what's in the bag, here is the actual clippings bag. Then here is the mower itself. Pretty cool, bright neon green or yellow, whatever you'd call that. Here, which I almost dropped, is the battery pack that comes with it. So I'm going to probably lower this onto the ground, get it off the table, just so I can make sure I don't ruin it straight out of the box and get to mowing. Okay, so tiny issue. The battery only comes 1/4 charge, so only 25%. I do not think I can get through this much with that little battery, so it is inside charging up. I'm going to read the instructions a little bit, familiarize myself with the mower. Hopefully maybe in an hour I have enough to where I can at least get the backyard done. Might have to leave the front yard for another day, but I just wanted to see how it would work, and then we'll be all set for the pool tomorrow, which we are very excited about. I think in other videos I've put some renderings for you guys to see the final product. I might try to throw another one up for you. I anticipate it's just going to be a lot of staking I don't know if there's going to be digging. I really don't. We're just excited to get the work finally going after 3 months of permitting, and obviously with what the world's going through, everything was a little bit slower. But my wife and I are really excited for this. So I'll try my best to keep you updated. I guess it's good we're all kind of stuck at home for the foreseeable future, so I should be around for a lot of the construction, which would be nice. So we'll get this thing charged up, try to get a mow on this evening, and I'll see you in a little bit. While we're waiting for that to charge, one of the reasons that we also got a mower is because the people that were taking care of the property would come every 2 weeks, and this was cut on Thursday, and there are some pieces that are already a good 6 inches tall. So we get a ton of rain here in South Florida. This stuff grows like crazy, and I just hate overgrown, oh, you guys see that fish? Overgrown grass. I just hate the look of it, and by the second week it was just becoming unbearable for me to stare at it. I just couldn't wait for the company to come and cut it, but there's really no reason that I shouldn't be doing it myself. Saves us about $90 a month. It was $45 each time, twice a month. It's really not that hard for property to maintain. It's very flat, nothing really in your way. These hedges are most likely going to be going away. They're not really hedges, they're more like weeds or ivy. The master plan is to have probably a hedge as tall as the fence for privacy reasons all the way across on that side, and then all the way across on that side. So that's it. I mean, the lawn already looks like it needs to be mowed, and we're about 9 days away from them coming back to do it. So I'm excited to just do it myself, and possibly when the pool is finished, we might have that company come back. They were very reliable, very nice. It's just, we don't really need them now with the backyard going to be a war zone. There he goes again. There's this little fish. You see him? He's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to go a little closer, see if we can't get him one more time. This could be a while. Nope. Gets these cameras shy. Oh well. And if you guys are interested in this mower, it has a lot of great reviews. Again, it's about $300. I purchased this at the Home Depot. It is the 20-inch cordless mower, the 40-volt lithium battery from Ryobi, obviously, and it's extraordinarily easy to set up. I didn't show you, but you just use these to fold. You pull them out, and the arm folds up, and then these you unlock or put like that to extend kind of the walk behind, and that's it. And then you just put your battery into here, and that red thing is the starter key, so just make sure that's in along with your battery. You're good to go. And if you just want to adjust the height, it's as easy as holding onto this lever and dropping it into the slot. So it looks like you can go to 1.5 inches up to 4 inches. St. Augustine should be cut, from what I know, around 3 to 4 inches. So we're gonna bring this up probably maybe right there, maybe one more up. I guess we'll see. I'll do some test passes, but that's how easy it is to adjust the height. I love this feature. So I'm really anxious to get on with it. I just want that battery to charge up a little bit more. But yeah, if you're interested in this, the mower also folds up when you're done. Again, I mentioned storage, so that's pretty awesome. You don't have to worry about gas or anything like that. But yeah, okay, so the next time you hear from me, hopefully I'll be mowing. Okay, so can't really see it because the sun's going down, but I did 4 passes up and back. St. Augustine is tough to mow. It's a tough grass. The mower did well. It's just, I guess, requires some leg power to push it through there. I'm not cutting it very much at all. I set it pretty much on the highest setting just to see what it would do. Again, I apologize, you can't really see it. But yeah, so far it's doing a good job. I might drop it down a little bit, but it's very quiet, which is nice because we have neighbors over here and over here. But yeah, so far it's doing really well. I'm impressed. So easy to set up, and so far it's cutting well. Might take a little bit more off so you can actually see the contrast, or maybe show you in the morning when the light hits it. So we had a tremendous amount of rain lately, as I'm sure you could see beforehand, which is one of the reasons why this stuff grows so quickly. But I've done a little bit more. Hopefully I can find a spot, maybe you can see the difference. Let's see here. And again, I think I'm going to drop it down a little bit more. That's the cutting line right there, tomorrow. So that's much more noticeable for you, but it's doing a great job. I've noticed that it cuts relatively evenly, which those big mowers sometimes miss a few here and there. So it's much more manicured looking, which I really like. It's just a tough grass, so I was kind of wondering how the battery operated mower would work in St. Augustine, but so far it's doing a great job. I do need to fully charge it, so that's not fair for me to put it through a test with barely any of its battery charged. So tonight it will be fully charged. Tomorrow we'll come out and finish the backyard and the front yard, and hopefully meet the pool guys for the first time. All right, until tomorrow. Hey guys, back outside today. So the pool people came by and they marked out the pool. Tomorrow morning around 8:30 in the morning we're gonna dig, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know if it's gonna show up well because they use yellow string, but let's see. If you can see this stake here, and there's several other ones around the property here. Approach the water, all the way over to here. So it pretty much is going to start about right here. So we're, I don't know, maybe 15 feet from the water, and then it will come pretty close to all the way up to this hedge. So here's the final stake. So it's a pretty good length pool. It's going to be quite a mess to dig it all up, but it'll be really good to finally have some work done. So this is a big step just because now I can kind of visualize it, and it seems like it's becoming a reality finally. So that's good news. There's some bad news. This bad boy over here that we were messing around with yesterday, I noticed after a couple of passes that these back tires, you can see how wobbly that is, and they're also pointing outward, like that, which you can imagine pushing it forward. It makes it really tough. It's very tough for me to push it forward. I don't know how, you know, a person, I'm not gonna say as strong as me, but it's difficult. It's definitely not easy. And if you go online, you'll see videos of little kids pushing this thing. So something's definitely wrong, which kind of angers me because I had this delivered from Home Depot, but now I have to drive it back to Home Depot, go through the hassle of getting a receipt. I don't even know if I'm gonna get this mower again, to be honest, because it was a $300 mower, and you know, these just aren't doing it for me. I've tried to take off the cap here, and from what I can see, it's just the wheel itself is not made well enough on this particular one. I don't know if it's a defect on this one, but there's no way I can fix it. I could look into getting a replacement wheel for it, but I'm kind of more just annoyed now. I don't want to spend any more money. So I'm gonna head back there now, which stinks because it's later in the evening and I kind of just want to relax, but I can't let this go. It's just gonna bug me too much. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'll check back in with you when I get back. Sorry for the helicopter. I think there might have been an accident. So I think it's just circling. Now it's right overhead. Hopefully everything's okay. But anyway, so I took the mower back to Home Depot. They agreed with me right away once they saw that something was up with the back wheels. So I decided to give it another shot. I just exchanged it for a new one, which might be a dumb move. But I really wanted that motor for the storage purposes, the fact that it could fold up, no gas cans required, oil, things like that. So I'm willing to give it another shot. It is in the trunk of the car now, so I don't think I'm gonna unbox it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow and pray to God we don't have the same issue with the back tires. But I think you can see the lines a little bit better this evening, kind of. I wish they did it any other color but yellow or green. But here are the stakes. That's that helicopter. Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for something to happen. Just anything. So even people putting strings and stakes in the ground, I'm very excited. But again, we'll be up early tomorrow morning. And we'll be ready to dig. The good news is we have a KFC $20 fill-up for dinner, so I'm gonna eat that and then probably go to sleep. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. Looks like there's actual activity. As you can see, the fence has been taken down. We have some equipment on site and a bunch of lumber. We now have some orange spray paint, so it's much more defined. And we're gonna be ready to dig around noon today. Right now it's about 10 a.m. So they'll be back in about 2 hours with the backhoe or excavator, pretty much ready to dig up everything within the wooden box that you see. A little bit of this concrete is going to be coming up, but should be pretty cool to see this all just dug up and a big mess. So it's very exciting. I'll try to check back in with you maybe when they're doing some digging, and definitely afterwards. Looks like they were able to cut through the concrete pad here. That's going to be removed. All of this is going to be matching tile and then out there onto the lawn. But as you can see, one of the guys was out here just sawing through this concrete with that blade. Pretty cool to see. I assume they're going to have to mash it up here in a little bit and haul it away. So far so good though. Well, hello from inside the pool. You're currently on the concrete paver, and I am in the shallow end. The deep end will be over here. This is going to be a sun shelf, and then the spa is going to be in that corner. I'll try to show you a little bit of how it looks now, but this is pretty cool. All right. So they got a lot done today. So again, right here, this kind of cutout is going to be the sun shelf. And then where you see these little pebbles that you kind of saw in the montage, that is going to be put throughout the entire pool, just as a base for the concrete and for drainage purposes. Here is the mountain of dirt, not even close to all of what was removed. This is just going to be used as backfill against the walls. So it's just pretty impressive how quickly they can do this. This pool company is awesome. They're very highly rated. They're not the cheapest, but this is not something that you want to skimp out on as far as cost, because it can be very expensive if it does not go well the first time. But tomorrow, what I'm assuming will happen is that the deep end will be dug out. So where you see this piece of machinery, that's actually the deep end. And it's only going to be about, I think, 5 or 6 feet deep at its deepest point. So they don't have to go that much further down, but there'll probably be another mound that size of dirt after we're done tomorrow. And then I'm hoping they also are going to do the wood frames around it. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to get done in one day, but definitely more of these rocks are coming from the front of the house all the way back here. But it was awesome to watch. Over there is the concrete that you saw get dug up. Over there is the actual drainage pump, which they'll be putting in soon, just in case we get a storm, which we always do. I didn't get to see this machine up close in person like the other one, but this thing is pretty awesome. These guys were good. I was talking to the head of our project, Chris. You saw him standing, doing some measuring in the montage, and he said that the two gentlemen running the excavators were very seasoned pros, and you could tell how they, maneuver dirt around. There's no real shoveling. There was nothing. They got it almost pinpoint on the borders without any help. He basically built the sun shelf out of dirt without any help. It was just really cool to see people that are very good at their craft do what they do. So I did buy them some drinks. Highly recommend that if you have people that are going to do something for you, buy them a pizza for lunch, or make sure they have water throughout the day. I was told that they really appreciated it, and it just makes you feel good. So you're already spending a ton of money. What's $18 more gonna do, really? But it makes them feel good, and I'm really excited to be working with them. If you live in Florida, the company is called Seacrest Pools again, so I highly recommend you hit them up. I'm not sponsored by them. they're not paying me to say that, nor are they paying for my pool. I wish they would. But yeah, it was awesome. So tomorrow, just more digging and hopefully some woodwork and some pebbles. But that was it. Day one done. The dig.